So we've had quite a bit of rain, so it's quite difficult to get going. We finally have, very gently. Let's just wait for it to burn down a bit and then we can get the billy can on.
As you can see, our folding firebox is well used. I saw a picture on somebody's Instagram feed recently with a nice shiny one, but ours used to be like that, didn't it?
Yes. This is about an hour after we bought it. It's raining again.
We've got a little wood store going here, and that's probably enough twigs to keep us going and fill up the billy can with boiling water, ready for our lunch. I'm going to turn the iPad off now because it's raining. We're trying out some beyond the beaten track meals today. These are ones that have been produced, I think, as much as anything for ease and price point. They're approved by the Duke of Edinburgh's scheme. We were a little bit concerned that their calorie count isn't as high as some of the ready meals.
Not as good as the Wayfarer ones.
Not as good as the Wayfarer, but we'll see what the taste is like anyway. Good thing is, and Paul's going to show you now, the packages are colour-coded, green for vegetarian and silver for meat by the looks, and they've got labels on them, which is great for us because once they go in the billy can, we've got no way of knowing which one's the veggie one and which one's the meat one. So there we go. There goes one. The can's been on there for about, what would you say, about 3 minutes? If that. It's starting to warm up already. The good thing about the firebox is even if you've got damp wood around, once it gets going it's really, really good because the twigs are so thin, it burns hot, and it will maybe I put a little bit too much water in that, not to worry. One day somebody's going to make a billy can with a handle that can stay up by itself. It's something that I've often wondered about, but these ones, it's a zebra billy can and it's nice and cheap. I think it was about £15, if that. And it's served us well so far. I like the way with the stainless steel stuff that you can give it a good scrub and it comes out nice afterwards. So, the lid doesn't quite fit on, but what's not cooking in the water obviously is getting heated by the steam too, and the general heat of the fire. So the pot's been on for about 5 minutes now, and it's coming up to temperature. We obviously we're too busy filming and not feeding the fire, so we had to take a little break and put a couple of smaller twigs on to get it re-going, but it's doing really well now. And burning really hot, and you can see how damp the wood is. There's all condensation marks on the outside of the billy can, but it seems to be coping okay. And the good news is with these meals that you only need to bring them up to boiling temperature. They don't need to cook. Some meals that we've tried before require boiling for about 8 minutes. I quite like the dried ones. Obviously pack weight is a lot lighter, but you've got to carry the water if you can't find a source. We shall see. We'll come back when they're cooked and do a taste test. So we're up to about 7 minutes now, and as you can see, this is the point at which we call the fire self-regulating, in that it creates enough
spurting all over it.
Yeah, and therefore dampening down the fire so it doesn't go too crazy. But lunch is served.
This is unboxing of the food.
This is vegetarian tomato noodle. Now the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try and rip open the pack. It's a good test because and it seems to be working okay. You don't always have a knife to hand, and especially for kids as well, it's useful if they can open their own pack without having to use a knife. I probably will take that end bit off with a knife. Oh, here we go. That's my tomato noodles.
Wow.
And you know what? It doesn't smell or look too different to something you might get out of a Heinz can. We'll see if it tastes any better. It's a bit hot at the moment, so I'm going to leave it there.
Just sit long for a brew.
Yes. We threw a few more sticks on the fire to boil some water for some hot chocolate. That's our pudding.
Hello. So this is the Beyond the Beaten Track chicken curry. And you can see that. It pretty much looks like you'd expect it to. Baby food. Tastes right though. It's not bad.
Well, you say that, but I remember when my eldest was a baby, he used to eat vegetable korma out of a jar. It was organic and it was really, really yummy. So baby food can be nice.
Thank you.
Yes, it can. Anyway, I've got here, I'm just going to show you a spoonful of. Ooh, where are we? There we go. That is the vegetarian tomato noodles. Now it has fake ham in it, fake vegetarian ham, and kidney beans. Now it hadn't occurred to me before now, but kidney beans are something that you won't find in a dried food because they take quite a while to rehydrate. So if you like the kidney beans, and I do, and being vegetarian, that's a good thing, this is the way to go. It tastes okay. One of the good things about it is it isn't too salty. Some of the ready meals can be a bit over-salted, and although you need obviously some salt to make sure your hydration is working properly, too much salt is not a good thing at all. Of course, I forgot to bring my long-handled titanium spoon, which is a must with these kind of meals. So I'm using a spork, and I'm going to get absolutely filthy on my hands. Paul has a titanium spork.
I'm not at all filthy. Look, finished.
No, I think that was
Technique. It's called being hungry.
that was from our treasure hunt in Bakewell once, wasn't it? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
That's a nice little bit of kit. But the titanium long-handled spoon, well recommended. Comes with a little carabiner on the end, and that is made by Alpkit. No.
Sea to Summit.
Sea to Summit. There you go. Rewarding the wrong company. Anyway, so overall, marks out of 10. Ease of preparation, I think it's got to be a 9, hasn't it?
Yep.
Well, maybe an 8, because obviously...
You have to open a bag.
Yeah, you have to open a bag.
I just want to push a button.
And it's not one of the self-heating packs. So 8 out of 10 for ease of preparation. Out of taste, I'd probably say a 6.5 for mine.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
That's 6.5, yeah. Obviously there's nothing as good as the food you cook yourself. But you know, in terms of ease of use and for day trips out or overnight hiking and camping and stuff, it's pretty good. And the good news is they were £4, which is cheaper than many of the brands as well. That was from Cotswold Outdoors. Okay. Right, there you go.